Gentrification. Gentrification, they say, is meant to revitalize the community, reduce crime, beautiful buildings, and infrastructure, and most of all, you can buy a cup of coffee. The community is now revitalized and improved. The community is now revitalized and improved. But for who? Not for me or my family who lived in this community for 20 plus years. The house I live in was built by my grandfather's hand and paid in full. The community I live in has a history, legacy, and stories of thriving Black middle-class families. For many years, we asked and protested for a better and safer place to live. Now the community is revitalized, being enjoyed by the wealthier and privileged folks. They tell me I can't stay. You see, this poem sums up the reality of the impact of urban renewal. There is no softer tone or meaning that can describe the long-term effects of gentrification. But my hope for sharing the Reclaim 37 project and exhibit is to share a brief narrative of how Johnson C. Smith University provided a venue for the community to speak to us. How do you get an entire community to speak to you about urban renewal? How do you get over 150 people to be a part of an open exhibit that blends Afrofuturism and archival images to share a community's history that continues to change? You invite them into the future. The Reclaim 37 exhibit is a call to action to reclaim communities that have been destituted due to urban decay and legislative neglect. As a new age of urban development sweeps into the largely African American communities of the Biddleville Road corridor, the Reclaim 37 exhibit is a visual attempt to recapture and uplift the significance of these historic landmarks and legacies. The Reclaim 37 is an exhibit formatted like a storybook, using collages to create vignettes that tell a story with no beginning or no end. The exhibit boldly shares the past, present, and future of the Biddleville Road corridor, also known as the Biddleville community. The soul of the Biddleville Road corridor in Biddleville is at the center and heart of Johnson C. Smith University, which is located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Johnson C. Smith University history and legacy is a part of this community. Johnson C. Smith University serves as the hub of the historic Northwest End corridor, which comprises a network of several neighborhoods along the Biddleville Road, and the university plays a significant role in preserving and sharing the stories of these historic African American communities. Legacy is defined as a gift, an inheritance, or a bequest that usually takes the form of money or personal property that is handed down from one person to another. But how do you define the legacy of someone born and raised in an all-Black community, when the community you once called home slowly transformed before your eyes? Or the corner store where you got candy and ice cream is gone. The elementary school where you played tag and hopscotch and football is gone. The hair salon and barber shop where you went to get all cleaned up for those special occasions like prom, gone. The church where you worship, gone. The place you call home, built by your grandfather's hand, destroyed and replaced by an interstate. Please scan the QR code to hear how Ron Ross, who participated in our oral history, share how his grandfather, built his family's home. And we'll take a few minutes. So I think I'm going back too far. So take a minute to scan the QR code. The significance of Reclaim 37. The significance of the exhibit titled Reclaim 37 refers to the Biddleville Road exit 37 off of Interstate 85. In the 1960s, the creation of the Interstate 277 Expressway looped in the present of I-85 split neighborhoods on the Biddleville Road corridor community and wiped out homes, schools, and businesses of the Black community. Scan the QR codes to hear how Donnell Ivory's mother was bold enough to preserve their family home. Preserving Us was a series of free preservation workshops where community members gained first-hand knowledge about how to preserve their photographs and paper records. The preservation workshops are provided to the community for community members to bring artifacts and photographs for on-site scanning at Johnson C. Smith University and in partnership with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Library Biddleville Road Library Branch. Into the Mic provided community members the opportunity to share their stories about living, working, and going to school in the neighborhoods of the Biddleville Road Quarter, Northwest Quarter. Into the Mic collected stories from one-on-one interviews, group sessions, and discussions from key community events. The takeaway here was to give something back to the community. It is important to preserve the history of this community so that residents will have a permanent location to access the oral histories and photographs that chronicles its history. The Reclaim 37 project and exhibit is to provide a deeper understanding of the contributions of Charlotte's Black communities and to demonstrate to the city's new visitors that a story exists in this community. Homecoming. Afrofuturism is a creative movement that centers Black people in the future. The Reclaim 37 exhibit places Black residents in the future of neighborhoods where the presence and history are witnessing the threat of being erased. The Reclaim 37 project and exhibit is a calling to come home, a call to inspire those who have left the community to come back, to reclaim what is already theirs. The exhibit concludes with homecoming because it is within the home that you have conversations. It is within the home you share history and memories. This exhibit and project allows Johnson C. Smith University to welcome our community home, to collecting and sharing their stories, and to help preserve this community history. Thank you. And more importantly, please continue to review the slides for tips, and don't forget to scan the QR codes to listen to the oral histories of this project. Thank you very much.